Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Kel Plays. This time we're doing Space Marines 2 Absolute missions. We're on the grind for our lovely cloak. Hoping to get that red cloak soon. Um, when we eventually do get there, it will look some... I don't even know if we have the war gear to prove it, but at some point in time we're supposed to be able to get it. And, when we do, hopefully it'll look really, really cool. But until then, I guess we just continue the grind. And speaking of, I have no idea what this red cape is. Anyway, so the mission that we're doing today, right, is going to be Vortex, right? And we're going to be using the assault class. Our weapons of choice are going to be the heroic plasma pistol. Not the most common choice of weapon that I bring, but you know what? So be it. Speccing once again into charged shots, which allows us to get two fully charged shots off before this weapon overheats. Alternatively, you can take a lower build, there's nothing wrong with that. And we're using the heroic battle axe known as Carmine Axe, right? It has a very, very unique passive in that this weapon, when you do blocks with this weapon, it normally for a power axe, when you do a parry or a block, you can hold the heavy attack button to immediately do like a backstepping uppercut. But if you move, it cancels that animation. However, this weapon's passive allows you to hold that charge, so you can actually move around, and then at your leisure, you can then hold heavy attack and do that uppercutting backstep. Right? So therefore, we're taking the standard build that we always do, specializing into counterattack, riposte, tactical retreat, and power wave. Right? And as for the assault class itself, the first thing we do is we take Winged Fury. All right, this is a slightly different build from the one that we usually do. Usually we use the Hammer of Justice build, which allows us to spec into Precision Strike, and Zealous Blow, which gives our ground pound charges back when we kill enemies with it. But this time, we're actually doing a Wings of Flame build, right? Basically, we're specking into using our jetpack to dodge enemy attacks, which allows us to get our recharge back, as well as do damage to them, right? So, Winged Fury, damage from melee attacks executed while sprinting or dashing increases by 100%, deals AoE damage within a 7-meter radius on a 5-second cooldown. This does apply to when you actually use your jetpack and dodge through enemies. Then we take consecutive execution to basically get your grenades back. When you're playing on absolute difficulty or hard stratagems, i.e. the hardest content in the game, having ways to passively get your equipment back is very, very good for your long-term sustained damage and equipment utility. Right. The other thing that's important is ways to gain resistance to knockbacks. Anyway, third one, we take active attrition, right? Hitting enemies when you use melee attacks that are dodging or sprinting again, right? Makes them take 25% more damage for 5 seconds, right? Again, so you hit them with this, so you do more damage when you dash through them, on top of which you put a debuff on them. Then we take Squad Cohesion as our team perk, right? All squad members gain 15% extra ability recharge. Very, very good universal buffing perk. As an alternative, you can take Strategic Strikes or Proven Efficiency. Any one of these will work, but considering that we're using a block-based weapon, it's actually just fine to take Squad Cohesion. Now comes the interesting part. For our gear perks, we take Furious Strikes, right? Which allows us to gain our ability charge back when we dash into enemies using our jetpack on a 10-second cooldown. Why is this important? We'll explain that when we get to the end. Okay, then we take Wings of Flame. This is the core principal part of this build, right? When you jump pack dash through enemies, it will damage all the enemies along the way. It will always work as a perfect dodge when you're dodging an attack. Then, Aerial Grace. After a perfectly timed dodge using a jetpack, you deal 30% more damage for 10 seconds. Mind you, that also stacks on top of this, right? Now, for the last one, the signature perk, we're taking Commitment. A perfectly timed dodge using the jump pack dash restores the jump pack's ability charge. Why is this important? Because this procs, this can also proc. What this means is you can have one charge left on your jetpack, and then if you successfully dodge an attack using your jetpack, right, this will make it always count as a perfect dodge. It will proc commitment, and it will proc furious strikes as long as you hit them along the way, which means you go from one charge back up to 2 instantaneously. And this happens once every 10 seconds. It's actually ridiculously powerful once you get used to the playstyle and how it works. Right. For our prestige perks, we take Unyielding Oath. When you're charging a ground pound, you're invulnerable for 3 seconds. Basically, if ever you need to, if ever you're in trouble, you find yourself like trapped in a corner, jump into the air and just do a ground pound. It'll give you some breathing room and it'll allow you to do a lot of damage to enemies while you're at it. Hammer of Wrath. After using your jetpack, you take 30% less range damage, and you don't lose control upon taking heavy hits and cannot be knocked back for 15 seconds. Remember what I said, the 2 most important things at the highest end of the game are the ability to get your equipment back and the ability to resist knockback. And that's how you did with this build. Our third prestige perk is Adrenaline Boost. After a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you don't lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you can't be knocked back for 10 seconds. Guess what that stacks with, right? So these 2 work together to give you incredible resistance to knockback, as well as take 30% less range damage. Which, when you're fighting against Chaos or Terminus ranged enemies, these 2 together can save your life. For the last one, we take Fortitude, giving us 15% more HP, just for a bit more tankiness. And that is the build that we'll be running today. I hope you enjoy the content. Thank you for watching. Please take care, be safe, be well, and as always, for the Emperor.
Betrayer sighted! For the Emperor! Brothers, we have arrived at the relay. The place is rife with warp corruption. Who needs stems? The Emperor sees all. The 1,000 suns desecrate all they touch.
Indeed they do.
Do your packs, brothers.
1,000 Suns and Chaos in general are just an absolute cancer. Come here.
The skip of those to overwhelm. Stop! Extermination is coming to this world. As if some of your poor ain't grown in so long. served. Equipment marked. Come.
I knew it. Good night.
The heretics used that shaft to access the lower floors.
Let us avenge the dead.
We've shifted to some aberrant realm. The traitors distort space and sanity.
It hungers. It will seek out your anguish to whet its appetite.
Find the cause of this madness. The entire relay is teeming with the energies of the warp. I suspect that astropath no longer serves the Imperium. We must eliminate it.
You will never leave this place.
No, you're
This
okay.
page has been purged.
Brothers, together we go.
Paths are clear and
I see you, champion in the ether. Approach and binge upon their suffering.
the Thousand Suns wield our former astropath as some foul puppet.
Just grenades and chainsaws were made for this kind of obscenity.
Cannot penetrate those accursed fortifications. Raise their foul altars so we might end this madness. This altar falls.
That's one down.
Rectanota!
And away it goes. Okay. Where's that coming from?
The Emperor sees your impious head. Lay them abhorrent spearmen permanently.
And there is an end to your heresy.
Shield is down! Purge your witch! For the Emperor!
Do not fear the change of ways. Path has been set, your fate decided.
Thou tricks me not safely!
None shall escape the insatiable war of transformation. You will be only the first.
Malign heresy guides us toward our target.
My brothers envy my fortitude and plot my undoing!
The ruinous powers may steal our voices, but never our hearts. I know you are true, brothers.
Rebel just set! The Imperium moves not! An angel of death!
Gifts
Don't mind
from
if I do.
forge. What could be? Just death for a betrayer.
Aligned aim, unmatched zeal, and squad cohesion.
We must slay this hellspawn.
Emerge, discordant one, and remake this realm in the name of the dark gods.
Sounds like we have plenty more heretics to purge.
Oh, changer of ways! Surge your will through our bodies to slaughter the interlopers!
We need to weaken the Psyker's shield.
The shield leashes vital. The astropath has
the
been
Psyker
corrupted.
support
It
network to
chose
drop the
damnation.
Our victory is already complete.
Magnus the Red.
Astropath dead! Cut the brainwash, Psyker!
Poweraxe is already lost.
The astropath has been corrupted. It chose damnation.
The God Emperor is naught but a corpse on a broken throne.
Psyker kill confirmed!
Are in vain!
Support Psyker's terminated. Which means the lead factory. Engage the last astropath!
There will be no reinforcements for them. We have nullified this corrupted being.
Good night.
My war gear is satisfied.
Good, and we're done with this one.
Into the breach once more. For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Prospect deep scan ready.
Alright, let's finish this.
Whatever they have brought forth will die by our hands.
I have eyes on a storm. I am the righteous storm descender.
Magazine out, magazine in.
Prepare yourselves. Spence trying. For the Emperor! We must follow the path of corruption to seek our quarry. Attack that beast, brothers.
Destroy the beast!
Oh, come on.
Look at the demon retreat!
We are caught in its wake.
Alright, let's go.
Auspex cannot identify our position. Malevolence tears at our spirits, brothers.
We cannot stay here! Find an escape! Who else sees that light?
I am led to salvation. Now I shall have that beast's head. Excise those tentacles first, brothers! A twisted horror comes our way. Its tentacles are ruined. Set sights on the demon. Releasing crack grenade.
The beast has a shield now! Seize fire!
Will this grotesquerie never end?
Butcher them before they near their demon!
Score my armor with careless fire. Squirm until your end, abomination. The armory is mine.
GG. What was that? Oh, there we go. Nice, clean, easy run of Vortex. Nobody died, nobody got incapacitated. Quick and clean. Heroic Plasma Pistol and Battle Axe.